Hi, this is Sandra Carr-Moore, and I just came up with this thought process that I wanted to share very quickly. Alright, so I have been doing minute taking most of my life, most of my career, and one of the things that is critical in minute taking is the ability to listen to a conversation and to accurately summarize all that needs to be documented for proper actioning as well as for future reference. So in summary, there is a summary Bible verse or a summary Bible principle that speaks to everything that is covered in the Bible. It says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And I've also now been devising, the connection between the law of the Lord and the law of the land, and the summary for the law of the land in what you can do and use as a guide to ensure that you're covering all of the laws of the land is not being a danger to yourself or others. At the end of the day, all of the laws of the land, all of the laws and the principles of the Bible is speaking to looking after yourself, first and foremost, in the best possible way, in every way, mentally, physically, emotionally, etc. And as well as in doing so, that will give you the knowledge that you need in order to look after others. Because at the end of the day, we are both two hands, 2 feet, one core, one head, and so forth. So in a general view and in a general way, we can use the principles that we apply to look after ourselves and to love on ourselves, to look after others and love on others. So blessings. I pray that you learn to love on yourself so fabulously that you will draw those fabulous people to you so that you can practice and project to love on others. And before this sounds like a closing, but I have to add this piece, is that it takes just as much strength, knowledge, and awareness to give love as it does to receive love. A lot of persons have had a lot of experiences in receiving, and a lot of persons have had experiences in giving, and it's amazing, but it depends on the type of family you grew up with, the type of organizations that you interacted with throughout your childhood, that you create and practice one versus the other. And don't be hard on yourself, because that determines where you start. And at the end of the day, everything in life is practice and is necessary only when or if you deal with a situation where it is applicable. So some persons may appear to be more versed on this or that and that, but that comes from experiences and from interest in the topic. And others may not seem to be like that and that and that, but that can come from lack of the need to know certain things. And why should you stress yourself out to know about trigonometry other than to do CXC to ensure that you can get a good quality bachelor's degree and job? After that, you basically don't go near certain things, so you learn, don't have a closed mind. Learn to the extent that you need to know it so that you can demonstrate on a document that you are prepared. But it does not mean that if you do not have that document, it has to be thought or said that you cannot do it. You have the power, you have the information age. Right now we have so much information on the internet. It is ridiculous that there is ignorance in the world. So work on going to school to prove that you have the knowledge and not to attain the knowledge, and that will automatically give you a heads up. Alright, everything you learn in school, everything you learn in church, everywhere your mother sent you, everything you learn is necessary for you to learn to look after yourself when you become an adult. Think of it in that way and don't give up. no matter what. You don't have to be perfect. You have to learn it to the extent that you pass the exams. You have to learn it to the extent that when you go into real life and you have to go to the shop and the supermarket and purchase your groceries, you ensure that you get the right change, the correct change. You ensure that you can understand how to turn on the stove, because these things, they add up to these small things. So work hard, do what is necessary. I've gone like to a child's level, but on the adult side of that, as I said before, you will find that you will work very hard and you will grow and build. And if you do not know what is happening in your life, if you're not aware of the stages and the experiences that you've had and where it brought you and where it took you, then you might beat up on yourself and say, I should know the same as this person who grew there, or the same as that person who grew there, or the same as this, or that and that and that, and you judge yourself instead of continuing to evaluate where you are, what is necessary knowledge and what is information that you need for future, or just to put away boredom. So thanks so much for listening, and if you have any comments, you can go right ahead and comment and message me on my website, rovinassistant.com, and that's rovinassistant.com, and it has all of the social media sites that I have been populating in the last 10 years or so. So alright, thanks, later.